Prabhas, I'm really sad, but why was he? He was like a joker. Why?
Let's discuss. When it comes to celebrities, especially stars who have loyal fan bases, criticism of their acting performances are often taken personally. With Prabhas and the sheer popularity he has experienced since Bahubali, a critique of his roles comes with passionate replies from fans. Arshad Varsi and his experience of watching Kalki has gone viral recently, as he praised Amitabh Bachchan in the film but was heartbroken to see Prabhas being reduced to a joker, as he says in the interview with Sandesh. While the word has triggered a fan base, especially saying that criticism is always welcome, but the use of the word joker is rather unnecessary and harsh, I think we all know that Arshad Varsi was specifically talking about what most of us found as a huge stumbling block with Kalki, which were the unnecessary comedic gags in the first half of the film. While we stepped into the theatre for the larger-than-life presentation of Prabhas in an epic film that was going to create parallels with his character and one of the most revered Hindu gods, this connection almost felt missing in the film until the penultimate stage of the movie, as Prabhas was revealed to be the chosen one. The sequences in Kashi and the trip to the complex with Disha Patni almost made Prabhas a court jester of sorts, the film only taking itself seriously way later in the second half, which I believe is the experience that Arshad Varsi was trying to convey. I think taking offense so personally for an opinion regarding a movie and a character, so much so that you start trolling the celebrity on his personal Instagram, is where we lose objectivity and should understand that such a hostile environment will never allow for such an exchange of ideas and opinions, and more importantly, criticism for films stems from wanting it to be better. I think all of us here want Indian movies to be better. The criticism allows for even filmmakers to be mindful of such feedback. If such an environment does not exist, then we can be in a terrible cycle of being fed mediocrity. Irrespective, I think this statement got blown out of proportion, but it was expected as well because a statement on Prabhas often makes headlines. This also made me think about the unfiltered nature with which celebrities speak about their movie set experiences, film choices, and the connection with the audience. Through this video, I wanted to speak about the raw and truthful nature with which some Bollywood actors cause quite the stir in interviews, ruffling some feathers not only with film fans but actors within the industry too. So here is Tried&Refused Productions with when Bollywood celebrities give brutally honest answers in interviews. Salman Khan. If there is one person who is not going to think twice before exactly saying what he feels from the Hindi film industry, it has to be Salman Khan. Through his career, Salman has had quite the turbulent professional relationship with a few directors. There are numerous stories regarding scuffles with a creator like Subhash Ghai and even his longtime collaborator Sanjay Leela Bansali. He, however, has showered Suraj Barjatya with nothing but praise. Responsible for a film that made Salman an absolute heartthrob as a young lead at the movies, Salman spoke about the brilliant temperament of the director and how it is in sharp contrast to Sanjay Leela Bansali.
One day I saw Sanjay Leela Bansali yelling. He apparently does that quite about a lot. Yelling. I had to tell him. I said, no, I think you should go and hang around with Suraj for a bit, yeah. Just go and see how Suraj Barjatya directs. What is it, throwing things and stuff like that?
In an era where most people get axed or boycotted for such statements, only Salman Khan can get away with openly calling out someone based on their behavior on film sets. Naseeruddin Shah, one of the acting legends from the Hindi film industry who has never shied away from talking about the state of films and storytelling, is Naseeruddin Shah. Even though it might seem like the legend is the toughest to impress, there is honesty in most of his assessments regarding the state of films in India, especially popular cinema, and dismissing it as lowbrow and only star-driven. While his criticism towards Rajesh Khanna and his style of acting caused much controversy, I think his most contentious opinion was regarding Amitabh Bachchan and the legacy he will leave behind. Naseeruddin Shah is not a fan of Sholay at all and dismisses it as entertaining but not intellectually stimulating, backing his assessment of Amitabh Bachchan's career that it probably won't be remembered to be as iconic as that of Dilip Kumar.
Your talent lies in your choices. He's a great actor, no doubt about it. I have always said so.
But you believe that while Dilip Kumar will be remembered, his longevity
Probably won't. He probably won't.
I think I have to absolutely disagree regarding the same assessment, as Amitabh Bachchan's imprint on Hindi cinema is unquestionable. Vikrant Massey. With film criticism being as active as it has ever been and social media discourse regarding themes and stories providing varied opinions, many people believe that we have become too critical as a population regarding elements in movies that are simply, well, not that deep. While there is validity to this argument, I think it has also accounted for justified criticism, calling out creators for terrible portrayals that have often gone unnoticed. Vikrant Massey, during the promotional interview of Phir Aayi Haseen Dilruba, stated that the politics of real life and our moral grounding in real life is seeping into entertainment, which was not the case 10 years ago and which is detrimental.
बाजीगर आप कह लो, अंजाम आप कह लो, मैं शाहरुख खान की फिल्मों के ही नाम लेता हूँ, आप नहीं बना सकते हैं आज की तारीख में, क्योंकि वो रिव्यू करने वाले अपने मॉरल ग्राउंडिंग लेके बैठेंगे और वो फिल्म को चिथड़े कर देंगे उसके. तो वो एक लाइन ड्रॉ करनी बहुत जरूरी है. आर्ट को आर्ट के तौर पे देखना चाहिए.
While I don't agree with Vikrant's statements wholly, and I do believe that the Indian audience can understand how the acts committed by Shah Rukh Khan in these films meet their justified end, I think it's not as black and white as people would like to believe. Criticism from all angles warrants merits and demerits, and I believe it's doing more good than bad, with there still being a huge patronage for films at the theatres. Such film discourse is not deterring viewers from watching films, and I think we still have a healthy balance today versus close to the pandemic, where I feel people had momentarily lost the plot with their boycott Bollywood movement, losing all objectivity in the process. Shah Rukh Khan. A statement given recently by the actor caused quite the stir on social media. Attending the Locarno Film Festival in Switzerland, Shah Rukh stated that he would not like to play movie characters that demean women.
I don't like to play characters which demean women, I'll be honest. I didn't want him to be liked for the reason in the film that he, sort of disses a woman and doesn't commit to her.
This was in reference to Devdas, where he wanted people to see the character with the lens of being spineless. This caused quite the debate among people as people equate some of Shah Rukh's most iconic performances to be films like Dar, Anjam and Bazigar, where he is mercilessly killing women, but it's important to note that all met their fate of death as well. I think Shah Rukh Khan has also evolved since the 90s and mostly wants to play aspirational good characters now, especially after the failure of Fan, I believe. In the speech during the Animal controversy, he also stated that if he does play a baddie, he will ensure he dies a dog's death. I think the only exception to this rule has been Dawn in his filmography. So one should really analyze and understand that an artist can evolve from what they were doing 30 years ago. The only bummer I feel regarding this take is that it limits an actor like SRK now just to play good characters who do righteous things. A limitation which is inevitable, sadly, with such star power. Shahid Kapoor. A statement by an actor that took me by surprise was when Shahid Kapoor sat with Neha Dhupia on her talk show No Filter Neha and spoke about the state of the film industry and how we might be limiting our growth by not giving opportunities to outsiders.
Why don't outsiders get opportunities the way that they should?
This is a statement that I fully agree with, as one is noticing lead roles being handed over to a select few actors who of course come from film families, and there are countless opportunities given to those actors while having an awful financial track record at the movies. Shahid passionately speaks about how we might be killing the industry itself if we keep on believing that the outcome will be different if the same set of star kids get handed over project after project, brilliantly wrapping up the perspective with the most accurate analogy.
Maybe that's why there is a lack of good content. Because you got to put your money on the horse that can actually run, not just the one that's, got the shiniest coat.
Kangana Ranaut. Honesty and Kangana go hand in hand. Every time I have interacted with the actor, she has been unfiltered and honest with her takes, and that has of course caused quite the stir among people, especially since she has become politically inclined and took on Bollywood biggies in her stride, oftentimes taking it too far. In a recent interview with Raj Shamani, as Kangana is promoting Emergency, she called out the film industry and why she can't be friends with anyone because more or less the conversations are brain dead, pretentious and surface level.
They're stupid, they are dumb, they are just, those protein shake and that kind of a,
Really? हर कोई ऐसे थोड़ी हो सकता है?
Arey, come on, yeah, I've seen enough Bollywood, you don't tell me.
This made me chuckle because I could literally visualize the conversation as she was enacting it, and of course this is just just a broad generalization, and I think many people are intellectually stimulating as well, but Kangana enacting the same just made me laugh out loud. I think Kangana may be too honest for her own liking, because in the same interview, she says that all the politicians are just chilling and laughing in the parliament canteen right after going at each other's throats in the debates in the parliament. Gulshan Devaiya. I think most of the discussion around the movie Ulaj was less about the movie, plot and the performances in the film, but more that Gulshan and Janvi did not get along with one another.
We don't really vibe that way. Like, it's not like we're sitting and chatting. We don't vibe at all, actually. We don't vibe at all.
I think it was quite candid and unfiltered of Gulshan to say this in the interview, because there is this odd expectation from audiences for all co-actors to become best buddies with the most seamless banter, which is of course not possible all the time. So it's refreshing to also acknowledge that one can be professional despite not personally connecting as individuals. It breaks this notion that you have to become best friends with anyone and everyone you meet. It does not equate to hating another person, but just not gelling as personalities. Prashant Naran. Every actor has their process preparing for a role, and there are wild stories regarding how far do actors go to really get into the skin of the character. The range goes from Nawazuddin Siddiqui locking himself in a secluded home to prepare for Raman Raghav 2.0 to Ajay Devgan, who just has an idea about the character's core and lands up on set. Prashant Narayanan, in an interview with Siddharth Kannan, dismissed method acting as pretentious and unnecessary to the process. When asked about the statement made by Ranveer Singh on getting into a dark phase with the character of Alauddin Khilji in Padmavat, this is what the actor had to say.
वो झूठ बोल रहा है वो, क्योंकि वो ऐसा कोई माइंड ब्लोइंग एक्टर नहीं है जहाँ पे, या वो कोई ऐसा कोई माइंड ब्लोइंग रोल नहीं है कि जहाँ पे आपको जो है इतना करना पड़ रहा है या ऐसा नहीं यार भाई.
I don't think one should really shame a person's process. True or pretentious is different. For example, I don't think anyone is in the position to criticize someone like Daniel Day-Lewis, who goes above and beyond for his roles and extracts pure gems. So I guess this is the point to really stand by the statement, each to their own. And that was a video, guys. Write down in the comments below whether you have some video ideas for our channel, and what do you think about these statements, especially the one given by Arshad Varsi for Prabhas's character in Kalki. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The handle is right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.